So I am a romance writer, so it's quite obvious that I live and breathe ideologies about soulmates and lovers and destiny and all of that. So it's quite obvious that the universe would send a soulmate my way as well. But for me to explain the story, I want you to understand my definition of soulmates. So I would define a soulmate as someone who is destined to be in your life, someone that comes in and someone that you recognize. So the story takes place around 4 years ago when I was working in Bangalore. I was working at this tech company that was quite crap. I was having a really bad day when so my boss had told me that I was a terrible writer and that I did not deserve the salary he was paying me and all of that crap. So yeah, it was a really bad day, and then he came along. He had just joined this new company, and so he had come over to introduce himself to me. Let's call him Apurva for privacy purposes. And so he came over and he shook my hands, and the sparks from all of our past lives lit up. My body was on fire. We spoke a few words and then he left. And I remember sitting down for an hour and just like feeling his presence. Like I felt like there was recognition, there was a lot of this fire and excitement and all of that. Like he was someone who I knew. I could feel his hand on mine from when we shook it for so long that I knew he was mine. So since he was a soulmate, I should have done anything in my power to be with him, right? So I quit my job the next day without without knowing anything apart from few things. 1, his name was Apurva, the A was silent. 2, he was really smart and he had just completed his MBA. 3, he was in this company for sales. 4, he had this nerdy cool look going on for him. And 5, he was part of my soul. And I lost him. For years, I tried looking for him with only the few things I knew. But I could never find him. And because he was my soulmate, I swore that I would still continuously try to find him. I mean, I was in a relationship at that point, later. But then I swore that if I found him, I would drop the earth to be with him, because no one would be stupid enough to lose their soulmate twice. So then 2 years ago, I did manage to find him on Facebook. So the company that we worked for was registered under 2 names, and I had been searching for him under the wrong name the entire time. And so I did find him, and I did nothing. I felt nothing, and there were a couple of coincidences that I found out about him that should have excited me. Like, for one, he left Bangalore to Kolkata the same year I had left from Bangalore to Mumbai, so we could have been in the same airport. He and I graduated at the same time, which meant that we were probably the same age. And the biggest of all is that the day that I found him, he was in Mumbai. He was literally a train ride away from me, and I did nothing. I didn't even leave my room. I just was the excitement wasn't there anymore. And to be honest, I never felt in any of my relationship what I felt with him, the kind of recognition, the kind of excitement, the kind of fire that I felt with him. In that, literally in the one moment that I met him. But then maybe I just figured that maybe I had the definition of soulmates all wrong. Maybe a soulmate is not supposed to be one person who's with you your entire life. Maybe a soulmate's just supposed to be there when you need it, and then they're gonna leave. Thank you.
और हमें बहुत ही दुख से विदा किया। हम गए ही थे, 5 मिनट सोच रहे थे किससे पूछें कि वही कैप्टन हमें भाग के पीछे से आता हुआ दिखाई दिया और उसने हमें हाथ में एक स्लिप दे दी। हम वो स्लिप खोल पाते उससे पहले वो मुस्कुराकर वापस चला गया।